Win.
Comedian Jamie Kennedy is performing tonight and tomorrow at Comedy at the Carlson.
Wow.
Yeah, that's him.
That's right.
In studio with us.
Yeah, the couch that makes you slide.
Like, put the pillow on
It's
and you'll
funny.
sink in it.
He said, God, is weather still going on? He's talking a lot. And I just said, we don't see the sun as much, so we got to talk about it as long as possible.
That was a long segment.
Yeah.
That was a lot going on. And traffic. You guys have traffic
And
here.
We don't have much.
We didn't have much.
No.
You know what looks like it's really fun is that royal wedding tea party.
Yeah.
That looks like a rager. How do I get to one of those?
We can get you to that
Can I
one.
get in there?
We can get you
Those
there.
ladies
That
look
can be
like they're going to
arranged.
tear it up. Things are going to happen. Trumpets are going to fly.
It's probably going to hard to get people out just to the club tonight because they're all going to be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
We don't want to say that. That's a great bad. Hey, if people aren't going to go near, they're sleeping in.
Why would you say
Wait,
that?
blocker.
Pretty sure that most people will not be getting up at 4. I don't know. I have no clue.
Some people might, but definitely want to come out and see you. How was the show last night?
It was great. You asked me before. What did you ask me? I forget.
Oh, I just said,
Oh, yeah,
have
have you been to Rochester before?
Now, let me tell you something. I've been to Cairo, Egypt. I've been to Africa. I've been to Detroit. I've never been to Rochester.
How is that possible?
I think I did it. You know what I'm saying? I've been to London. I've been to Sweden. Never Rochester.
Yeah, so
Really?
what do you think?
Bucket list. I bucket listed. Yeah. I bucket listed
Check
it.
that off.
You know, I drove down Millionaires Row, and so you guys got the Kodak money. You know, Kodak. No one uses film anymore, but it's okay. Things are going, you know, digital. Millionaires Row can get a deal right now in some of those houses. George Eastman living a dream.
You know what? The good thing is they used film for about 100 years. That helped.
Yeah, I know.
That was good.
But the man who's driving me around is great. He's like, look at how beautiful. You got all the trees here. You got this nice, you know, park. And then I go, what happens in the winter? He goes, oh, my God, we're stuck in here 9 months out of the year. You're going to go crazy. You're stuck in your igloo. You go nuts, man. You watching football? So I understand why that weather. You're like, son.
Where did you grow up?
I actually grew up in Philly.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Yeah, but we were, you know, we were able to get out. We didn't have 9
Didn't you throw
foot
snowballs at
snowdrifts.
Santa Claus? Wasn't that the...
We actually did that, and we actually had a courthouse and a small jail
in the
vet.
stadium.
Yes, and you could commit a crime in the second quarter, be prosecuted at halftime, and do time in the third. This is a true.
And be back
We're
in your
doing
seat
better
for the
now.
fourth.
Hey, by the way, we're doing this. The whole city had a collective cry. Can we live? We finally won one. Can
I
we
know,
live?
I'm absolutely...
We finally
Congrats.
got one.
We
City
work
of brotherly love.
I know,
thinking.
you know it's not, but finally.
We work with some hardcore. Our sports director,
Yeah.
raised in South Jersey, so he's a big Philly guy.
Yeah.
And then we kicked one of them out a few months ago.
We
One
did.
of the Philly fans.
We said
We made him
fly
leave.
on somewhere.
Yeah.
Fly.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
Well, you guys are Buffalo, or you guys? What's your team?
Bills, yeah,
Bills.
for the most part. I mean,
Not me.
yeah.
He doesn't speak for me. Bears fan.
Well, she's from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we're not the Browns, so it's okay.
I had a steak with the coach.
Yeah?
Did you?
Yeah. He enjoys, you know, Coach Dick.
Did
Oh,
yeah.
back in
Let's
the
just
day.
say there was some whiskey with it.
There was.
Yeah, that's the sauce for Mike. I love him. Good guy.
Jamie Kennedy's
Yes.
at Comedy at the Carlson tonight and tomorrow. Was there last night as well, but you missed that one.
Yeah.
But still a chance to catch him, and you can go to the show and then go straight to
Yes.
the royal wedding
Watch
parties.
me and then go to a crazy tea party. It's gonna be really good.
There'll be
Bring
crumpets.
Dunkin's, 10% off Dunkin's if
They're
you bring
actually,
me a
are
Dunkin'.
you serving crumpets tonight
Jesus.
at Comedy at the Carlson? You should. Tea and crumpets.
Yeah.
I look partially homeless, and no offense to homeless people. I'm trying to, not look.
More with Jamie Kennedy
Yes, appreciate
when
you.
we come back.
Yes. What else are you gonna do here? Go to your igloo? Come out and see me.
They have melted.
Yes, they have.
Hakamo Car, Truck, and Cycle Show on June 2nd.
All right, we have a million questions for Jamie Kennedy, but real quick, there's the weather.
There's the warm weather.
Sunny today and high around 70. Saturday,
Yeah, it kind of feels like LA a little bit.
Yeah. No, you guys are actually warmer than us right now.
Oh,
Really?
Look at us
It doesn't
go.
happen that
Do
often.
you know how I know I'm in a small town? I'm doing 2 segments. Really, I am now Beyonce of Rochester.
We
You know
have
what I'm saying?
never,
Beyonce.
ever, we have
Can we
never
get you a
given.
fan for the hair?
Have we ever given a comedian 2
I don't
segments?
know.
Since,
I
I mean,
think
other
this
since last week we did.
Dude,
The week before.
I think it's the
I'm
first
beating the
time this
weather.
week.
I'm beating the weather.
You can't beat the weather.
All right, you were in As Good as It Gets. What were you in As Good as It Gets?
I was a street hustler. I had about 15 lines in the script,
Yeah.
but you know, when you shoot these things, they go long. And in the movie, I ended up saying this, yo. That was my whole line. But hey, I was happy to be in
To
it.
whom did you say that?
I said it to Greg Kinnear
Okay.
before I hit him with a lampshade.
Oh, okay.
These things happen.
What would you say about the characters you play? You seem to have done it all. I remember seeing you in Scream,
Yes.
the Scream franchise. You've just done a lot.
I was in Scream 1, I was killed in Scream 2, and then I came back in Scream 3, which is, I don't know how to explain it. But when I was killed in Scream 2, my paycheck also died, which was not
Oh, that's not good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not good.
What would I say about the characters I played?
you-
I don't know. I've been lucky. You know, I go around and I get to do different things.
But you like playing different roles. There's not a certain type of character you like to portray.
I like to play something a little bit more psycho, just less acting. You know what I mean? I actually did an episode of Lucifer, which now,
Yes, yeah.
which was on. Did that go away?
It's on Fox.
It's on Fox,
Fox.
right?
Here,
It's on
yeah.
Fox, yeah.
I love those guys, but you know, you try to show your different ranges.
But
Yeah.
into
I mean,
it.
you do different, not just different roles in movies and things like that, but you've done a whole, you know, the acting and the comedy and all that stuff. And we've had a few people in recently. I've noticed that more and more people are across platforms.
Yeah, you have to now. I mean, look at. Kevin Hart is in a $1 billion movie, you know, Jumanji, and there's a huge billboard of him on Sunset doing a YouTube series. What the fit? I don't know. I mean, that guy doesn't stop. He's got Nike ads. So
Yeah.
I think right now the way the world is, it used to be you would do one thing
Right,
and
that's
it was
what you
boom.
did.
But now you got to do something at 2 o'clock, and if you don't do another thing by 4 o'clock, you're out of the business.
What do you get out of stand-up comedy still?
I love it. Comedy's never been hotter for my generation. You know, I talked to a lot of guys like Don Marrera, and it was huge in the 80s, and I think it might be as popular then, but podcasting is huge. Netflix, I can go and do stuff that you may not see me in, like a regular TV show, and you'll see the club sold out because I did, you know, Bobby Lee's podcast or Theo Von's podcast.
Yeah.
So everything is niche now. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a whole new world. We're all grabbing eyeballs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are doing it with weather and tea parties, and it's working. You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting. It's similar to what, how the industry is changing.
Well, right, because we deliver on a lot of different places as well. But the interaction with a live audience, though, is that still something that is important to you?
Yeah, it's great when they're not drunk and angry, but I always say the worst hecklers in the world are white women in their 40s. And you laugh, Puerto Rican mama laughed. She late her own wedding. She's like, no, white women. I call them white wine warriors, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what happens, they could every other type of person will just, sit there or they'll leave if they don't like it. White women are like, no, let me talk to your manager. Sipping a Chablis. They're the most entitled. Damn, look at my hair. I look like a homeless Bradley Cooper. Well, here's what I'm saying. Sorry for offending the homeless people.
Get you a mirror this morning?
I don't know. I just woke up,
They grabbed you out of bed and
I
said,
didn't even know it was going to be on the news.
They said, just come with me. We're going to drop you off at the
I thought I was going to Dunkin'.
So do you try to avoid, like, if you see a bunch of white women drinking Chablis in the audience, does that give you, fears?
Well, no, I don't. It's honestly, that's like a lot of people are I call them helplers. You know what I mean? They're like, it's like, you're like, yo, I'm putting on my pants and like, my husband wears pants too. It's like, no, I got it. Thank you. So they try to help you. Are we done? We're in the middle of the show. We're in the middle
Well,
of
you want 3 segments? We can do that.
More weather, guys. Sun's out,
The Carlson
buns
tonight
out.
and tomorrow. Carlson Comedy.
Sun's out, buns out. Yeah, girl. Woo! Buns out. Puerto Rican mama laid her own way.